Roland.
He's dozing.
I worry about you so much.
Amen.
You're falling asleep.
Yes.
What are you doing in here?
I don't know. Tired.
I know you are, Roland, but didn't you go to sleep? Eric, what time did Roland say he fell asleep today? Or last night?
Yeah, he was supposed to go to an event, and he skipped out, and he went home pretty early.
Yeah.
What time did you go to sleep last night?
Probably like 9.
You went to sleep at 9 p.m. What time did you wake up?
Oh, midnight. I had to take a massive dump.
You woke up at midnight to take it. How come we can't get past the dumps here?
And then went back to bed.
So why are you so tired?
I don't know.
You're falling asleep. Roland was literally, as I was having the conversation, falling asleep in front of everyone. Mars.
Yes.
He's falling asleep again.
It's Mexican.
Is it a Mexican thing?
It's a Mexican thing.
Are Spanish women, we talked to Mars earlier, very at the top of the show, are they really getting butt implants?
You mean Hispanic women?
I'm glad you correct me on that because I prefer to say Hispanic women. Because, let me tell you something, people don't realize this. Spanish means from Spain.
Absolutely.
Hispanic refers to the larger demographic. Roland farted. Roland, what are you doing in here? You just farting and sleeping? You say that to a mic at least. You're driving me insane. What? You're 2 steps away. Troy just had to bring the mic down to your face. Roland is a functioning human being, but he is 3 steps away from just needing hospital care. Like he just needs things done for him. Like if he get one more step in the direction,
Maybe I need a rub and tug.
And some. You think you need a rub and tug? How often do you get rub and tugs?
I don't know.
Well, you brought it up. You said maybe I need a rub and tug.
Well, made for energy. I don't know.
Do rub and tugs give energy? Troy, you've had rub and tugs in the past. Do they give energy?
Nah, they want to put you to sleep.
Roland, did you get a rub and tug before you came in here?
I wish.
When was the last time, Roland, you got a rub and tug?
I didn't discuss that.
Well, you brought it up. What do you
I'm
mean
sorry.
you don't? Mars,
It's my
Mars.
private life.
You were in here.
Yes, I was in here. I heard it.
Okay, who brought up rub and tugs out of nowhere, out of the blue?
Roland.
It's a private life, sir. You mind your own fucking business.
I'm minding my own business.
I'll fuck you up. You fuck your mom's bakery up. It was 2 weeks ago.
For the record, my mother doesn't have a bakery. 2 weeks ago,
Yes, sir.
you got a rub and tug.
Yeah.
How was it?
Fantastic. Cheaper than a date.
She what?
Cheaper than a date.
Cheaper than a date.
Yeah, you have to like entertain the bitch. You're like, turn over, pull. I'm done.
You're all set.
I'm
how,
done.
How long does a rub and tug take for you?
Depends. If you want the half-hour price or the hour price.
Okay, I didn't know because I went. I'm good at being friends with people who go to rub and tugs. I've never been and partaken in a rub and tug. I took intern David a few years ago for his very first touch from a female, which was a rub and tug. Paul, you remember that? You were a huge intern David fan. How often do you do rub and tugs?
Not that often.
No,
But
you went 2 weeks ago.
yeah, it's just like cheaper than the bitches complain. You're like, you know what? I don't need to hear this.
Was there any reason specifically that day was the day? A lot of stressors at work.
For the vets overseas.
But you went you went 2 weeks ago. Oh, because you're thinking about going again today.
No, not today. No, I have too much stuff to do.
What do you have to do?
Thanks.
More important than a rub and tug?
Yeah.
What type of? Are we talking an Asian rub and tug?
Last one, somebody suggested this place, so I said sure.
What place? Asian?
Yeah.
But you usually don't do Asian then.
Not Russians.
You prefer a Russian rub and tug.
Duh.
Okay. So, how many times more or less have you been to a rub and tug?
I don't know.
Handful. Just guess. Doesn't have to be pinpoint accurate. Are we talking 3 or are we talking 40?
No, not that many. Jeez,
So maybe 20?
No, I don't think not that many.
15. Maybe about a baker's dozen, something like that.
Probably under, way under, yeah.
So like 10. So you've been
less than
8.
5,
5 to 8. 5 to 8?
Sure.
So you've been to 5 to 8 rub and tugs, mainly Russians. What is it about the Russians that were they better? Because you said you went to an Asian 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Were the Russian better or the Asian?
It's like saying which is your favorite child. They're all equally.
Okay, okay. It's like, do I feel like
You love them in different ways.
do I feel like eating an orange or a nectarine? It's whatever you're in the mood for.
It's kind of like fast food, McDonald's. At the end of the day, it's almost all the same.
Right, you're jizzing. So
Yeah,
that's kind of.
Yeah, you eat it, you're gonna shit. It's the same thing. They pull it, you jizz.
How long does a rub and tug? Oh, I already asked you. Half an hour, an hour,
Or
depending on
yeah.
what you pay for. And you go to a massage parlor, obviously. Do you get a massage with that?
Yeah, well, if you call it that. Sometimes they're so bad. The next day you wake up, you can't move. You're like, the price you pay.
So they feign a massage before they rub and tug.
Yeah.
And it's so bad that you wake up in pain.
Yeah, they go, where you from? And you're like, oh, what do you do? Like, I work for Ziploc, whatever.
You just make it up. Is it awkward or ever, or is it like they know what they're doing, so let's go for it?
Yeah, they're professionals.
Do you ever go past a rub and tug towards prostitution?
No, just do that.
Just a rub and tug, just something that you've had a tough day, so you're just gonna go for it.
Yes.
Do we know anybody that suggested it to you? Because you said a person suggested.
I don't name names.
Good for you, Roland. That was a test, and you passed with flying colors. Mars, have you been to a rub and tug before?
Is a rub and tug just jacking you off?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's a massage parlor that Why?
Why what?
You gave me
No,
that.
he doesn't go because his uncle did it for him.
You were raised Hispanic. Mars did the same. Mars did the same macho thing that he did. His facial expression looked the same as when he announced that I don't piss sitting down. When I shit, I stand up and walk to a urinal to piss. You weird man.
Well, I never paid for pussy. I've tried.
You've.
Oh, no, is
what
that
do you mean
what-
you tried?
I tried it once. Back
come
in
it-
the day.
Why didn't it work?
It just didn't work, man.
Why?
Got ripped off?
No, she went down on me to suck my dick, and I went to put my hand in her hair, and it was like all sticky with hairspray and shit like that, and it just turned me off.
No,
So you got-
I said a massage parlor, not a backstreet alley corner.
yeah, that's what I did.
That was a Backstreet Alley whore.
It was a
Okay.
Backstreet-
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And it just gave you the impression, like, as soon as your fingers went through that sticky hair that's been like that for so long, you realize, like, you know what?
This is not what I did.
This is not the first
Oh,
cock
when you
that's been in
pay-
her mouth tonight.
When you pay with a bag of change, that was like the first clue.
How much is a rub and tug?
It all depends.
It all depends. Okay. Wow, a lot of people are interested in rub and tugs. Billy in Brooklyn.
Him saying it all depends gives it away right away. Roland, you're going to the glory hole. I think there's more than one person with a secret at the Opie and Anthony channel. Thank you, Sam.
Okay.
I think he's
Roland.
calling you gay.
Yeah, he
Roland.
said you go to glory holes like you're gay. I don't think anything that you said led me to agree with that assumption, but
Well, all the massages or masseuses were
that's a
women.
great question. Women.
It was all women.
Yeah, okay.
I know.
Then you know what? I guess that caller was incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, face to you, sir.
Yeah, they were Russian and Asian women.
Yeah.
Dan in New Jersey.
What's up, buds?
What's up,
How you
Dan?
guys doing?
Good.
Quick question for Roland. What's proper etiquette for tipping when you get some service done?
This is a great question, Roland. So you have to tip after you pay whatever you have to pay.
Yeah.
Do you tip?
That
Nah,
depends.
you got to tip, don't you? You pay up front, but don't you got to throw them a bone after?
Not really, though. Just talk really fast. Hey, and just run right out the door.
You use your same mumbling techniques
I
that you
do.
do on Opie and Anthony when you're pitching guests.
I do, yeah. You don't have to go to the same place all the time. It's like fucking Shears. It's not like, hey, Norm, hey, guys, what's up, gals?
Roland!
Hey, gals, hey, yeah, hey.
So you tip only for superior service.
The tip boy is like, yeah, good shoes so you can run down the fucking place, get a cab, and go, ha ha ha.
You're not a tip guy.
No.
Paul, you rub and tug person?
I've never paid for it, but I used to date a massage therapist. So
That's just your girlfriend giving you a hand job.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
yeah, it's not as cool.
Eric, when was the last time you went to a rub and tug?
That was
Last night.
years ago.
See the way I phrased the question?
Yeah, you didn't give him a way to.
I knew he had. When was it? Talk to me about this, Eric.
Back when I lived in Brooklyn.
Were you working for the show?
Yeah.
Oh, how long ago?
What was it, 2005?
2005. So you just kind of started with the show. Still a single man, or did you have a girlfriend? You weren't dating your wife, obviously, but
No. I
Did you
wasn't
have a
with anybody.
girlfriend?
No. Not at that point, no.
And what drew you? Was that your first time?
Yeah, and it wasn't that exciting.
What? Did you get off? What?
yeah,
Okay, Eric, talk to me about this. So it's 2005. You're living in Brooklyn, just one of the boys of the boroughs, and the boys are back in town. You decide what? A stressful day. You need to get some release. Were you with Giddles or some other friend? Who was there?
No, it wasn't with Giddles. No, but I had a friend who told me about this place down in the area of Brooklyn where I used to live, and he's like, "Let's go down." And I didn't want to go down with another guy, but I
Well,
went
you don't have to jack each other off. They have separate rooms.
No, I know, but
Okay.
it just seemed weird, so I
Okay.
didn't do it. But I went, a few days later, and I don't know the procedure or what you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to say.
Sure, it's your first
But-
time.
It was like an old Chinese lady.
Old.
Yeah,
Oh.
she I'm thinking 50
Trickery.
in there. Yeah, it was not.
And you didn't. You went through with it.
Well, I was already there, and this person walked in.
You're like, all right, go ahead, jerk me off.
So you're laying on the table
Well, you're laying on the thing face down.
and you're nude except for a towel.
Yeah, well, you have the towel on.
Now
yeah.
you weren't as heavy at this point, correct?
What does that have to do with anything?
I just wanted to bring it up. No, so you're nude on the.
That's hurtful.
Well, he wasn't. He was much slimmer.
I know. So was I back then. We were.
What, 2 weeks ago when you went?
Oh, that just hurtful.
I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have. Eric, you're laying on the table nude with a towel draped over your buttocks or your front.
It's your lower back all the way down to your feet had like a blanket over.
Were you laying on your stomach or your back?
You're laying on your stomach, and,
Okay,
and
so
you're
you're-
face down with that little hole cut into the
Right.
mat so you can breathe.
For them to put the penis
We
through.
have ethics here, Jesus.
Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So you're laying there. The 50-year-old Asian woman comes in.
Well, the thing was, the lady who brought you to the back to the room,
Yeah.
I thought was all right. That was going to be the person. She's like, "I'll be, get ready, be back in a minute." Okay. Laying down, person comes in, hello, in that accent, hello, how are you? All
In that accent.
And-
Eric's not going to do the accent. He's just saying in that accent.
in that accent, and then you're like, "Hi," you're talking, and then they're rubbing your back and your arms and stuff, and I kind of looked up, and it was not the same lady. It was an older Chinese lady.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Okay, so then, but did you go to completion with this?
Oh, at that point, you're stuck. I can't just get up and go, "All right, I'm leaving."
Well, you.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, actually, you
I
could
mean,
walk away. At
I
any
didn't
point.
know that
You're not
until
a-
later that you
she's-
could do that.
It's not rape.
I know,
You're
but-
paying for it. So
Yeah.
you stayed and let her jerk you off.
Yeah, it wasn't comfortable.
But I mean, you came.
He was hungry in an hour.
I got it. Chinese food joke. But the funnier thing would have been he was ready for another orgasm in an
Yeah.
hour. That way it would apply because she wasn't giving him food.
Shut the fuck up.
But you did achieve an orgasm, Eric.
Well, like I said, you're already there. You can't just get up and leave.
It's a
So you
yes or
could-
no question.
You did.
Sure.
Yeah, so you couldn't have been that uncomfortable.
No, I was, but at
If
that
you had
point
that-
I was still
if you had
new to
that-
all this.
you-
I didn't know I could just get up and leave.
Yeah, but you still were able to maintain that massive Nagel hard on.
Well, there's oils and weird music playing, and
So the old
She was
lady,
seductive.
what music did she put on?
I don't know, just something that had a lot of chimes,
So
and like the wind was blowing, and
So she would put on like some nice, easy listening sort of chimes and nature sounds, and then she used the oils too.
well,
And I know, Eric, as far as hand jobs go, you're a sucker for those oils.
yeah.
So, all right,
a little weird.
So, you're getting massage stuff, and then when it gets to that point, all of a sudden the lights go even lower, and,
Yeah.
and they lock the door.
okay, so okay, so she puts the music on, and you're laying there, and you're like, oh, this is great, and all of a sudden she puts the lights down low,
No, that comes later.
locks the door. Did we ever get some saxophone music or any kind
No,
of Barry
it
Manilow?
was just
or
like
Kenny
it
G?
was like wind,
Yeah.
and,
She
wind
goes,
and
oh, Mr. Nagel.
It's like that pure moods music.
You're so tense. Why don't we relax you? All right. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of uncomfortable. Don't worry, Mr. Nagel. Don't worry about a thing.
I see why they call you the sex man.
Oh, yeah, you are little sex man. Oh, sexy man, sexy man. Oh, you're much slimmer than you will be. So, Eric, tell me about this. You weren't attracted to her.
No.
But she ended up, you did roll over onto your back. And she was admiring your...
You can figure out the rest. I think I've given
It
you
is a
enough
stranger.
detail.
It's nice when it's a stranger.
She was admiring your torso.
Physique.
And, oh, chest and torso. Ooh, what do we have down here? And meanwhile, there's ding, 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 ding. All the chimes are going. Was there any, what are those sticks?
Incense?
Incense? Was she burning any incense?
No, there wasn't any of that.
Any scent? Oh, I bake cookies because men love smell fresh baking.
Oh, you're laying on like a really faded blue Winnie the Pooh blanket or whatever it is that they draped on there.
What? Where did you go? Sandusky
weird
there before you?
There's some weird Chinese place.
You got that right, Paul?
Yeah, of course.
So this is the question, though. You say
the
you
same
were,
place as Mars?
you say yeah. Don't really about the hairspray. You said you're very uncomfortable with this woman. But after all the oil and the sexy talk and the music and the dimming of the lights, you were still able to get that Nagel seat out there spraying across the room. If it had been a man, by that logic,
No.
wouldn't you have also been able to get off?
He's at DeRosa.
No, but I mean, it's a man's hand. But say like a feminine man, so it's like a feminine man's hand. But they're
No.
using oil,
No.
and they have the music, and they have a
Did
soft
you-
Asian accent.
Did you have your eyes closed when she was jerking you off?
Just think of me as your Asian mother.
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, so you were
He didn't.
picturing.
Yeah.
He was picturing something sexy, something you were into.
So by that logic,
If a man was jerking him off and he had his eyes closed, he would absolutely.
it would be the same
It
thing.
would be the same exact thing.
Just another person that he's not physically attracted to. Am I right, Eric?
No.
Why not? What's the difference?
Would never allow a guy.
No, but you would know as a guy because your eyes were shut.
No,
Plus,
I knew you would know it was
no,
a guy.
because you didn't know you could say no.
If a
So
guy
it's like-
touched you, you would know.
But if a guy, no, because if
Nah,
a
I know
guy
some guys
walked
with
in,
feminine hands.
if a guy walked in and you'd be like, oh shit, there's a dude in here, but I can't say no because you didn't know the rules. So
That's a good point. Actually, I didn't even think of that.
if you let him start massaging you and then he started to jack you off, by your logic, it
No.
would seem.
No, you're just throwing
you'd
this,
be able
this
to-
scenario in there, and I'm saying no.
But why? You haven't
Because I knew ahead of time who was in there.
I know, but you said you didn't like her. You said you were uncomfortable, but you were still able to make jism. You see? Now
Yeah.
you're starting to Eric,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not starting
you know
to
what
question.
You know what that pregnant pause was? That was the pause of a man who's already in his 30s coming to terms with his own sexuality. Just his whole world is falling apart. You may have to call your wife and tell her something, Eric, because if you were able to achieve this through a woman you weren't attracted to, I don't see why a man would be any different. A feminine man.
A man would never be in this scenario.
Why?
Ever.
Men
He'd
jerk
accept
each other
you.
off all
No.
the time.
Nope.
Roll
Not
it.
happening.
You may even men jerk each other. DeRosa was in here the other day, yesterday, talking about getting jerked off by a guy and jerking off a guy.
Well, he's just disturbing.
That was a weird thing, but Mars,
Yes, sir.
you see my train of logic here, don't you?
Yes.
Don't you think that if it had been a man, what if it was a transvestite, Eric?
No.
What if you didn't, but you didn't know? And then all of a sudden they were using the oils on you, and then they were using the oils, and the music was playing,
Can you see
and the
him?
wind was blowing.
He's getting very uncomfortable.
Well, because he knows what's going on. So the music's playing, the wind is blowing, the incense is burning,
No.
the lights are down, the door is locked. And this woman's been talking to you the whole time. And she's been rubbing your shoulders, and she rubbed up right into your ass cheeks and kind of played with the hole a little bit. Didn't actually go in, but
Nice.
played with it. And I know you like that, Troy. And the whole time she's going, "Oh yes, oh you sexy nagel, oh sexy nagel." And all of a sudden, she whips out the oil and she goes, "Oh, you like oil? Yes, I see you like oil." And she starts, right? And she starts the process, and she's using the oils. And then all of a sudden, she leans in right before you come and says, Your cock is so hard right now. You wouldn't come anyway.
Nope, you got me.
You would too, Eric.
You would.
You would. Hey, Paul.
I would.
If you would, right?
Absolutely.
If all of it,
Absolutely,
because
I
You
you're
wouldn't scream.
you're in too deep.
No,
I
yeah.
would
No
tap.
point, no
Yeah.
return.
Fuck it, I gotta get my nut off. Like it is what it is. Troy, you've had a lot of experiences in your life. If you were right there, and the oils, and the Asian woman, and the music,
You're at liftoff.
but then all of a sudden somebody whispers in your ear, "Oh, your cock is so hard right now."
Yeah, dude. I don't think I could do it.
I bet you would.
I honestly like. I'm not
Honestly,
I'm not kidding when I tell you this. I think I would turn into a limp noodle.
And I think, actually, not only do I think you would, I think you might if that was the masseuse's opening line. If that's how she started and then started.
Yeah, dude, I like feminine, man. Like if there's
You like
anything,
wait. Isolate it, Eric. Isolate
What,
it.
saying that you like feminine?
No,
if
you
somebody's
said
jerking you off.
You said
you
you
want,
like.
I like
you
feminine.
No, you said you like feminine men.
You absolutely did.
Eric, can you play that back for me?
Hang
Play
on,
that
hang
back
on.
for me. Eric, you got to listen. While Eric's looking for that, Troy, while
I
you're
have
looking,
to go record time. I'm not
no,
kidding.
no. Sit in here and listen to it back because before Eric plays it, I just want you to know if you're looking to please that guy, get him some Argentium. Some nice. It's the king of all silvers. Steven Singer's got it going on right now. His website's IHateStevenSinger.com. You can call him up at 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. It's the king of silver medals. It starts at $149. It's more pure than sterling silver. It's brighter than platinum and white gold, and it's brighter than sterling too. It's tarnish resistance. It's the best silver there is. And if you go down to Steven Singer like I do, you know he treats you like a king. He treats me like a king. And ladies and gentlemen, I am far from a king. Okay, I have no money to speak of, and Steven Singer still made it work for me. He'll make it work for you too. Not that. I'm talking about the process. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com or call him at 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. You can visit him in person on the other corner of 8th and Walnut. Don't get to the corner of 8th and Walnut there in Philadelphia. He's on the other one, and visit him in person.
How about if you're already on that corner?
He's on the other corner of 8th and.
But then you just
No.
run away from.
No. There's the corner, and then there's the other corner. You'll see it. It's a diamond-shaped logo. It says Steven Singer.
No, but if I'm already on the corner, that's
Go
like-
to the other corner.
But then I'm not a.
No. He's on the other corner.
Got it.
He's on the other corner of it. Don't go anywhere.
I'm serious. I have to record.
Well,
something.
listen to this clip
Okay.
first,
Let's listen to it.
and go to IHateStevenSinger.com for all your Argentium needs and other jewelry. Eric, play back for Troy the confession he just made. That's how she started, and then started.
Yeah, dude, I like feminine, man. Like if there's
You like-
anything,
you said you heard
No,
it.
but there was a comma after
No,
feminine.
that didn't sound like any comma. Because a comma is usually in the English
Well, why would I
language.
say feminine man?
Because you like a feminine man. I don't know what you like. I don't know
like
what you're
feminine
into.
man.
All right,
There's a
you got
comma.
that one too, right, Eric? Because a comma when speaking is represented with a pause, and there was no Mars.
It was a slight
Wow,
pause.
that
There
was
very slight.
only a pause as there is between any words.
Any word, exactly.
Exactly. Not a comma.
Fair enough. But just to set the record straight, I do not like feminine men. I like feminine women. And if somebody is jerking me off and I'm paying for it, they're going to be a feminine woman.
Or
No or.
feminine woman or a
Feminine woman.
or
but if
any
you
guy.
A
didn't know-
feminine girl.
Oh wait, for
the
the Reverend
question
Tugs,
was if you
it was
didn't
for
know
the show,
until
for
the
the
last
show.
second.
Yeah, dude, I would
You know?
I would not be into that. I'd be like, stop.
Nah, you freak out. You just shoot a load and be like, oh, now
I don't
feel
like the
weird
idea
about it.
of a
Right.
dude jerking me off. I
But you
don't
didn't
like
know
the
it was
idea
a
of that.
dude.
You didn't know.
If they're whispering with a low voice in my ear, I'm going to know they're a dude. I'm going to be like, you know what? Take my cock out of your hand.
But
I'm
it's
gonna
all
put on my
oiled up.
shit. I don't care.
and the music, Eric's music is playing.
I'm putting on my trousers and I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Troy's scolding her like a dog. You take my cock out of your hand.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it. Heel.
Do I have to get the newspaper?
Heel.
Seriously?
And then I'd be pissed that they tricked me.
Yeah.
Well, that goes without saying.
Now you're just getting into a hate crime.
Yeah.
Why don't you go record whatever you got to record? You made up bullshit. You don't have anything to do. You don't have anything to do.
Want to make a bet?
No, I don't want to make a bet with you. I know where that. If I lose that bet, the money will just end up in some guy-on-guy Yankee cranky that Troy goes to. I know what Troy does in his spare time. It's really not cool.
Sam, I would like to know what Iraq did with his seed.
This is a good question, Morris, because we all know from previous experience on After Opie and Anthony Live that Eric values his seed quite a bit. He believes that the seed of
do you call
Nagel,
it?
the Prince Nagel golden seed, is such a commodity that the other women that he's been with, he needs to ejaculate into condoms then take off the condom, tie it in a knot, and stick it in the small pocket.
I've never
not the
heard any
big
of
pocket
this
of the
before.
jeans.
That's
Yes,
not what I
this is
do.
what he does. He sticks it. He takes it out of the garbage can and puts it into the little
that's not
change
what I do.
pocket.
What goes in there?
The golden seed of Nagel, wrapped up in its rubber casing. Now, Eric,
Yes.
what did you do with the seed that was left with your 50-year-old Asian masseuse?
I didn't do anything with it.
How long did you worry? Because this, Eric, is a risk. Can you imagine some woman who's, just working in a massage parlor? Obviously, she's fallen on some hard times because she's jacking guys off for a living, and now she's in possession of the golden Nagel seed. Is this not something that concerned you?
No, not at that point, no.
That's bullshit, Eric.
That's not bullshit.
Because 2000, was this before or after you won the lottery?
Oh, this is before.
Okay, so maybe it was it the lotto money that changed your perception on how valuable that Nagel seed is? When the women started coming around trying to get some of that cash, trying to get some of that paper.
No, I think it's once I had steady girlfriends, then that went away.
Yeah, but you didn't have a steady girlfriend when you were at the massage parlor.
Not at that point, no.
That's why I'm saying I think that there was a little more to it than just you saying, "Oh, it goes where it goes." I have a feeling that whenever, and by the way, yes, Rooster in Arizona, Nagel argentium seed is what it is. That's how precious. It's the finest of all seeds. It's shinier than anyone else's. I think you know exactly where that seed went. You kept track of it because the load shoots out of Eric, and he watches it go up into the sky, and he keeps an eye exactly on where it lands. So that way, once the room is clear, he can recover that seed, put it into one of his containers, and add it to the Nagel tree where he's trying to grow small Nagels. I don't know if any of it is true, but I think it is.